few months ago, I traveled to Sheffield in England to learn and see for myself how to make real money playing in the UK debt property business.
We are currently in front of one of the properties that you are developing.
Yep.
When it comes to buying properties abroad, most immigrants don't know beyond the concept of mortgage, and the game is bigger than that.
I'm not just a property investor, I am a builder. I've been in this building trade for 32 years, both back in Nigeria and in England. I've been practicing in England for 20 years.
Finding very old properties, buying them, refurbishing them, and putting them back on the market for modern price.
This property, when you look back, when I'm sure you show your audience, all these were the things I put. Originally, this used to be the bathroom of the house. They were not here. I went back to the brick. I went back
To the original
carcass.
How can people come together and begin to play big in the UK property business? For this one, I smuggled a camera into the hotel room of Mr. Kayode Adiagbo, CEO TMS UK Properties Limited, to learn more on this.
You call them ICU buildings that are in critical situation. Some of them dead. You renovate, you change the house to modern house.
Yeah.
Then you sell them to get modern money.
Yeah.
People now collaborate. I think it was 4 of them coming together
Yeah.
to raise about 100,000.
Yes. 3-4 people can buy a property. What we do is we facilitate everything. We do the repairs. All I told her is that if you are in the United Kingdom, you have anything over £10,000 in your account, you are not helping yourself, especially in savings account. You cannot go into property business on a personal level. You cannot be a seller and I just pay you and take the care of your house. It's not possible. The solicitor must be involved. Sometimes we even involve our own accountant. I can go into this joint venture with you. We register a business for the purpose of buying this one property. Once we finish the whole thing and we decide, okay, we sell it off, we pay whatever belongs to the government. You take your share, I take my share, we close the business.
Thank you for joining me, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And I'm going to go straight into this deal. Mortgage for most immigrants coming into the United Kingdom is very crucial and important. But I've seen now that for some of you, you take it a notch higher. Now making real money. Maybe that's why they call it real estate business. You now make real money. Please explain it for me.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. Now, the point about property is, and I want to confirm what you just said, real estate. Someone said in a conference I attended recently that the reason why they call it real estate is the only estate that is real.
You can touch, you can see the building.
You can touch it, you can feel it, you can go inside, and you can be it. It's real. This estate is real. It's not virtual. It's real. Anyway, back to your questions. When people come into United Kingdom and they talk about getting a mortgage, I encourage them to do so. Why? Because it confirms so many things. It confirms that you're on ground. It confirms that you have made this place your home and you need a home for yourself. And once you get a mortgage, you are also using that investment that you put in to build your capital, because definitely that property will increase in value.
So
you are building equity for yourself, which you can later use for any other purposes. But for someone like us, that is where it's up. A practical example, a friend of mine just bought or in the process of buying a 400,000 worth property, and he's going to put a down payment of 20%. That's £80,000. Now, for someone like me, once you have gotten one for yourself, for your family settled, I will not repeat that process like that. I will not go back to the process of mortgage anymore. Why? Is because with that same £80,000, I can come all the way to an environment where I am presently and buy a property outrightly, a 3-bedroom house, outright purchase, cash.
I want you to go into specifics.
Yeah.
Let's be specific, because we traveled down here. I had to travel down here. We're now in Sheffield, northern area. We are not in the Midlands of England like that. And you don't live here.
No.
So I want you to talk about that. I don't want to say, hey, you can move. Specifics. I want the numbers.
Okay.
Give us the numbers.
Fantastic. Now, I came into Sheffield about 2 years ago. I came in to meet because I run a service accommodation business.
Yes.
Someone said to me, I've got 2 property an agent bought for me in Sheffield. Can you go and have a look if those 2 property will fit into your business? I'm willing to give it to you for your service accommodation business. So I came down, and luckily for me, I met the agent. We had fantastic time together. I took him out for lunch. While we were having that conversation, I told him my dream, who I am, and all of that. And the man said, and I asked him, if you get this property for this price, can we work together? And that was the beginning of the whole thing. So from then, we began to think about collaborating together, and that's exactly what led me to Sheffield. Because I have him here, I came back again and again, and I started dealing with him since last year. So he sourced property for me. Some of the property he sourced for me are not even in the market yet. You can't even see them anywhere. No advert, no one has put them out there for advert. So as at that point, you are in a better position to negotiate. You are in a better position to talk to the seller, the vendor directly. And that gives you a very big advantage over other people, because before other people knows about it, you have already sealed the deal.
Yesterday, I was in one of your properties. You call them ICU buildings that are in critical situation. Some of them dead.
Yeah.
That's what you buy.
Yeah.
You renovate. You said you change the house to modern house.
Yeah.
Then you sell them to get modern money.
Yeah.
From them. You showed me numbers yesterday, which is where this 80,000 that you mentioned makes sense. You gave me the numbers yesterday. In 2-3 months, someone can confidently make at least £20,000.
Definitely.
Confidently,
3-4 months. Let's say 3-4 months. Let's be realistic.
So
3-4 months.
3-4 months, you can make
20,000 profit.
20,000 guaranteed.
And imagine if you do 2 of that in a year. That is not your main business.
Oh.
Imagine you have your main business. You have whatever you are doing. You are a lawyer, you are a solicitor, you are an accountant, you do your 9 to 5. But because you have somebody that can put you into this kind of business, and you can confidently make 20,000 times 2 in 1 year. Let's say the first one will take you 6 months, the second one take you 6 months. That's 1 year. That's 20,000. That's extra 40,000.
There's one concept I want us to go into in this property thing, and as you know, it's immigrants in business.
Yeah.
We're talking yesterday, and you got a call from one of your investors. People now collaborate. People like, I don't have 80,000 to put in the property, for instance. Now, see, I don't have 80,000, but I want to chop out of the money. I like £20,000 in 3 months, without stressing myself.
Yeah.
But this guy said that I think it was 4 of them coming together.
Yeah.
To raise about 100,000.
Yes.
Then they want you to buy house for them.
Yes.
Then we're having dinner, and you're like, I'm talking about collaboration.
Yeah.
This is how people make collaboration. These guys are going to be going on with some video.
Yeah.
I want you to touch about that collaboration. I know you are helping them. That your business helps to plan these things for them. But I want you to speak to the idea, because for most Nigerians, you will say, if I collaborate with this one, they will swindle me. In Nigeria, the judge, court will do this. How is that easy here in the UK, that a group of friends, a group of family members can come together, get 100,000, and call maybe a builder professional like us and say, we need to buy a house, we need to flip the house.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we do at TMS UK Properties. We are the go-to place where when you come, maybe you are 3, maybe you are 2, it might even be you alone. You have enough to buy one property. You have 100, you have 110, you have 120, or you don't have that, but you have friends that you can come together. You don't have to worry about trust here. All you need to do is come to TMS. We have our own structure. By that I mean everything is legal. Everything is in the book. We sit down, we do all the mathematics. You know what you are going into, and you can reach us. We are on ground. And the 3 of you come together with your resources. Even if you don't have 3, you come. We have people that are waiting that we can merge with you. And 3-4 people can buy a property. What we do is we facilitate everything. We do the repairs. We charge you. We charge you for
the repairs,
for our own job, because ours will be to coordinate the whole thing. And whatever decision you come up with, because the advantage of this process or this strategy is this: once the house is done, you have the option of either put it into the market for rental to yield on a monthly basis. We can also put it on one of our portfolio where we do service accommodation. It depends on the area and the location of the property. That is another way of making residual income. Or you even want to sell and let's go and buy another one. So the options are many, and you can do that just by coming in contact with us.
You said something yesterday about a joint portfolio.
Yeah.
That because legal is very important in this
Yeah,
country.
yeah.
That the government allows for people to come together
Yeah,
legally
yeah,
to buy a property.
yeah,
Of course, call people like yourself
yeah,
to renovate the
yeah,
property, then sell the property,
yeah.
and then share their profits.
Now,
So I want to talk about that
the
portfolio.
last one we went yesterday,
Yeah,
that was SPV.
that's SPV
I did that joint venture with a friend. We call it special purpose vehicle.
vehicle.
So we register another business for that. And here is allowed in this country, it is allowed. So, for example, I can go into this joint venture with you. We register a business for the purpose of buying
buying that
this
house.
one property.
Okay.
Now, when we buy this property, once we finish the whole thing and we decide, okay, we sell it off, we pay whatever belongs to the government to the government. You take your share, I take my share, we close the business. It's allowed here.
So
And then I can go and do another one. I can go and do another one. I can go and do another one. As many as I want to do.
which is why I was interested in that call that I received yesterday. That
Yeah.
it's that these guys they're coming together.
Yeah.
And when you said they come to you, you said something that was interesting for me. That I don't need to have 3 friends,
Yeah.
5 friends.
Yeah.
I can say, you know what? Now only me.
Yeah.
Do you have other people?
Yeah.
So you can create this legal business for us.
Yeah.
And of course, in the UK, everything is clear.
Yeah.
This is business belong to this,
Yeah.
belong to that.
Yeah.
Money, so you can do that. I
Of
don't
course,
have to.
I have people that are on waiting list already. I have people that are willing to. In fact, I have a lady that is already that made a commitment. I have this ready for you because all I told her is that if you are in the United Kingdom, you have anything over £10,000 in your account, you are not helping yourself, especially in savings account. Your money is depreciating. Go back to that account in the year. Write what the value of that money now. Write what the value will be in 12 months' time. You will realize that you have lost a little percentage of your money. But if you bring that fund into this kind of arrangement,
Yeah, okay.
there is a possibility for you to at least make a substantial increase on that investment. So people are waiting. Some people are waiting. All I need to tell them, oh, okay, ready, and they transfer money and we go. And properties are here waiting for us. If we have time, I will take you around about 2 or 3 other properties that are waiting for me to put in an offer in this city.
I want you to speak to the idea that our people are worried, about legal. It's always the major problem that our people have.
The problem our
trust
people have
themselves.
is trust. One, and I'm sorry to say, some people don't even trust themselves.
Oh yeah, I heard a gist that in the UK, even husband and wife cannot join money, cannot join business together. This one is doing his own, that one is doing his own.
Some people cannot trust themselves. So when someone cannot trust himself or herself, it's difficult for that person to trust another person.
100%.
And I also want to let you know there's this saying in our language that if you close your eyes, that bad person will walk away. The good one will walk as well. So sometimes I tell people, you just need to remove that barrier of fear and not trusting people and just take that risk. Everything in life is risky. Even the mortgage company that people put in 80,000, they can go bust. It has happened here in my presence in this country before. Northern Rock crashed in 1988 and 2008, sorry. Northern Rock crash. Big organization can go bust. But if you believe and you don't let fear stop you from assessing what is yours, take that bold step. And the good thing about United Kingdom is that everything is there. Everything is there. You cannot go into property business on a personal level. It's not possible. You cannot be a seller and I just pay you and take the key of your house. It's not possible. No. A legal solicitor must be involved. Sometimes we even involve our own accountant.
Because everything must go through the books.
Everything must go through the books. So as long as everything is gone through the books, what's your fear?
I like this because I wanted to have this particular interview, like I told you, for people to see one, the possibility of people collaborating together and what they can do with their yes, assume maybe I have 20,000, I have 30,000. We come together, then we can begin to make good money, easy money. We don't even need to leave our own 9 to 5.
No, you don't
It
have
will
to.
come.
Yeah.
However, also I want people to know because there's a joke I made yesterday that person will not know where he made the maker for this country could just pick shit to
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
Because you will see that this person is not doing more than 30 something hours of work,
Yeah.
but they are living better than you.
Yeah.
Because their own money is working
Yeah.
well for them.
Yeah.
So what you would do to work 80 hours, they are making it because they are smart to put their money where the money will bring money for
That's
them.
it.
But since we are talking about money, before we close, I want you to talk about numbers. Yesterday you told me how much the property was when you bought the property. You mentioned how much the property would cost to repair. And you mentioned the projection because that's numbers. They said life starts and ends with a number. So I want you to go into those numbers so that people can see. And we're talking about a small property yesterday. It was a 3-bedroom flat,
house.
house yesterday. So talk about that small property using the numbers, specific numbers, so that we can have what is possible.
Okay. Before I answer that, I will quickly say something to a lot of other people that may be listening to this that are not into the 9 to 5 system.
Okay.
Whatever we say here, we are not condemning 9 to 5.
Oh, sure.
And I will say something to you, even if you are doing your own business. For example, I'm still a builder. I've been in a building trade for almost all my life.
Are you still a builder?
I am.
Are you painting?
I
You're
am.
not the one painting now.
I am, but I still do some few things myself. Now, the point I'm trying to raise is that there are a lot of people that are working so hard today. Whether you're a plumber, you are an electrician, you are in the building trade, all you are doing every day is to go and answer people's call. I will encourage you to switch to property business because property business will give you more than the things you are getting from. Because that's exactly where I was few years now until I moved to this other side of property business. Now, talking about numbers, that one we went here yesterday.
The last one
yesterday. I bought that property for 75,000
cash.
And
I saw the picture. I'm going to put some of the pictures. You are going to this. So the pictures that you see on the screen now. This is what the house looked when he paid 75,000. You bought a dead house for 75,000. That's a dead house.
It's a dead house. 75,000.
Okay.
As at the time I bought it, my projection was that I would spend 35 to do it, to refurbish it.
Okay.
That would bring the numbers to 110.
Yeah.
As at last month, a property on that road that does not have the kind of level of aesthetics that I'm putting in this one was sold for 140.
That is about 30,000
different already,
above your own projection. Your own cost.
Above my cost now.
Okay.
But I've not finished.
Yes.
You can see that the house is not finished yet.
Yes, it's not finished.
So when the house is finished, my thinking is, initially I was thinking of 140, 150. But because I saw that was sold for 140, now I've pushed it to 160.
And yours is better.
100% better. And I will tell you why it's better. Number one, I've dropped the curb. So anyone buying that property can drive into the front of the house. So the curb is dropped. Number two, the toilet is no more downstairs. I've relocated the toilet upstairs. So rather than come down, go through the living room, kitchen, and toilet.
The old style.
That's not the old there. Now this mine has a larger kitchen.
Oh yeah,
very large kitchen.
I'm gonna put kitchen here. That's it. All of that is kitchen.
Yeah. So I tell you the truth, if you are a potential buyer and you come on that road and you enter 3 or 4, 5 properties, you are likely to come back to mine. Why? Because I am not just having a builder build for me. I tell the builder what I want.
Oh, because you are a builder.
I am a builder myself. I live in London. I see what is happening in London. I see the London standard and I bring it to a place like this. And when you provide something for people, it will interest you. There are people that are looking for it. Once they see it, they go for it. So that gives you the kind of idea of what that property will bring to us. That is, even if we decide to sell.
Before we close this interview, because we are doing numbers on time already, I want you to talk about something very important that we mentioned in our previous video, discussion, but I want us to reiterate it now.
Okay.
You said something about knowledge.
Mm.
Because you see, all of this, oh, bring 80,000, you put it down, you buy a house, you renovate the house, we sell it for you, you share your money. It sounds very juicy and good until knowledge is needed.
Yeah.
You said something about before a house went on the market,
Mm.
you know about it
Yeah.
because you are in a network.
Yeah.
You said you are a builder, you know. At least I was with you yesterday, so on the property I see a lot of calls
Yeah.
from this one, from
Yeah.
that one,
Yeah.
and you said you train people.
Yeah.
Can you please summarize the idea of that training? Why do people need to go into this training? And if they now understand why they need to go through it, do you run this training and how do you run it?
Thank you very much. Once I understood this strategy, the first thing that came to my mind is I need to share this with my people. And I started December 2023. First, I started telling people or sharing the knowledge around service accommodation business. And then I started sharing this knowledge about buy, refurbish, rent, or refinance. We call it BRRR. I run a training, a property training for anybody that is interested to make extra income from property. Because even though I have said you can put your money to invest, it will be even much, much better if you have a knowledge, if you have an idea of how things work.
Oh, not just dropping your money.
Not just
You know what your money is doing.
If you really, because some people don't even know that they can make a business out of property without, once you understand the principle, anyone can do it. And the other thing is coming into the kind of training that I offer, give you access to a larger network of practitioners, or you have access to my power team. What do I mean by power team? You know my accountant, you will know my solicitor, you will know all the people that build for me anywhere, both here and both in London. And once you are in this kind of company, with time you can now begin to develop interest. And if you want to switch from whatever you are doing now into property business, then you will know that at least you have the knowledge to go into it. Because let me tell you the truth, the market is huge. We cannot cover it. It's so big, we cannot cover it.
Thank you so much. I've seen for myself. I'm a Yoruba boy, and that's the saying that my people say. You say that Choshiri, has it happened to you before, or have you seen it yourself? So, which is why I'm glad that I came here. Not just theories. Talk about flipping the house. I've
Yeah.
seen the house.
Yeah.
I was in the house.
Yeah.
I see the numbers. I was involved in some of the conversations.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we're able to have this one, and I'm hoping that people would our people would come on board,
Yeah.
have the training. Because yesterday you keep shouting something, you keep mentioning about knowledge.
Yeah.
You said knowledge. I'm like,
Yeah.
you said it's not money.
Yeah.
You said knowledge.
Yeah.
Knowledge.
Yeah.
So you don't just want people to come and say, okay, we have money, we are buying house from you.
Yeah.
Come and learn.
Yeah.
Even though you have money to drop, come and know what your money is doing.
Yeah.
So sometimes in the future,
Yeah.
use yourself can then begin to use your money.
Thank you.
Yourself.
Very well.
Thank you. Thank you so very much.
Thank you
for
very
this.
much.
Thank you for joining this one. Make a contact with him, and if you need to train, if you have people that you want to join together and create a special purpose vehicle, for you to drive this together, you need to create money with him. You need to drop money, or if you have property that you want to sell, you can reach out to him. We're glad that. So what we're trying to do on this immigrants in business, as you know, is so that we can begin to change the mindset of our people. That it is possible.
Yes.
It is possible. You can achieve greatness. You don't have to stress. Even though you are broke, your money can and should work for you. Until next time, I'll see you on this channel. My name is Bukunmi Preacher. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share this with your friends. Bye.